All right, welcome, folks, to Maumelle Hornet Baseball on Natural State Sports and Maumelle Sports Network. And we are excited to finally have Hornet Baseball for you as we get things set for first pitch here from the home of the Mills Comets. As has been the story of Maumelle Athletics for the past seemingly 12 months, is let's see where we can play a home game at. This evening, we are live from fellow PCS SSD school, Mills University Studies, as we get things started here. First batter, number 7, Smith for Parkview. Fouls this one to the right. Going to be a long run. First baseman trying to get there. Nearly ran it down. Couldn't quite get there, and that'll be strike one. So I apologize to the Parkview folks. All I have is last names, first initials. So names will be an issue for me for Parkview tonight. But we appreciate everybody joining us and hope you guys enjoy the broadcast. Doing the best we can with our setup. And that one foul tipped off. And quickly ahead is Tag Andrews. Andrews trying to settle in here. The Hornet team looking for state or conference playoff time here coming up soon. So headed to the state tournament in Hot Springs. That ball is hit hard to left, back to the wall. Stopped right in front of the track to make a catch. Here's Mazaris. Oops, sorry, that is Paulzak, Carter Paulzak with the plate. Out number 1. So 1 away. Next up, this is going to be number 4, Brown, and he fouls his first pitch off. He was trying for that red pickup. So that one gets out of play for strike 1. Second pitch from Andrews is a little low for ball 1, 1-1. So far here early, Andrews filling up the zone, forcing some action from this Patriot hitters. Ball right down the middle for strike 2. Brown quickly behind 1 and 2. And Andrews strikes him out on a nice, looked to be a slider from here. And 2 away. Good start here for Tag Andrews, retiring the first 2 Patriots. And next up will be Silva, number 9. Beautiful ballpark here at Mills University Studies High School, here on the campus of Mills Comets. A great looking facility. And quickly ahead, 0-2. So 0-2 count here on Silva. A good pitch, little up. Good place to miss if you're Andrews there. So Andrews pitching. He'll hit 8th in this lineup. He's trying to get another strikeout. That one in the dirt. We're in the turf here at Mills, as this is a turf field, everything but the outfield, and then the warning track gets a little sketchy as it's all pea gravel. That ball hit right to the shortstop. Easy play across the diamond. And that'll retire the side in the top half of the first. After a half inning of play, no score. We'll head to the bottom half here with more Hornet baseball on Natural State Sports. right, welcome back, everybody, here to the campus of Mills Comets as we are here for a home game, just on a different field. So color schemes don't exactly match up, but beautiful ballpark for baseball as we're ready for the bottom half of the first. Tag Andrews very good in that top half of the first, sits Parkview down in order with a fly out to left, a strikeout, and a ground out to the shortstop. So leading things off will be Alan Timmons for the Hornets. Timmons, Rochelle, and Ward. Gillespie will bat. If anybody reaches. First pitch from your pitcher. I'm going to have to jump over here. That is Brown, the pitcher for Parkview. Brown misses wide on the first one, 1-0 to Timmons. First one, second pitch is short, hops it in there. We'll see how these teams do, playing on the turf mound, turf infield. Everything here is turf until you get to the outfield. So Brown's 2-0 on the way. That one's up and away, 3-0. So Hornets going to try to get the leadoff man on here. It's Timmons, some speed. Going to show bunt. He'll pull it back. That's a low for ball four. So Timmons works a leadoff walk. That's a good start for the Hornets. We're excited again to finally be able to bring some Hornet baseball to Maumelle Sports Network and Natural State Sports. I'm Steve Henson. And if you missed us last year, obviously had a couple of broadcasts for our Hornets. And this year we've had, as you know, a lot of weather movements, delays, and issues. And this is the first time we've been able to get out here and actually get an opportunity to broadcast Hornet baseball. Timmons, it's way off, but that throw nearly airmailed into right field. A nice play by the first baseman to go back and get that, as that's Hughes who goes up and gets it. That'll keep Timmons at first. Brendan Rochelle bats. So Rochelle, watch the first one. So far, Brown has not been able to get one in the zone. 5 straight balls to open this one up for the Patriot pitcher. So Rochelle will step in. Ahead 1-0. Timmons at first as he gets his lead. Showing bunt. Timmons is going. Pitch is wide. No throw. Easy stolen base for Timmons. 2-0. Much like we saw in the softball game against Parkview last week, early on here, the Hornets look willing to run and try to put the pressure on this Parkview team. Timmons gets his lead, and that one down the middle. First strike of the evening from Brown. Rochelle, now count 2-1. So the 2-1 from Brown. And he'll step off and look Timmons back. Timmons was so concerned he never even went back to the bag. And the shortstop playing the game behind him. Timmons will get an extra step on the pitch. Rochelle a little behind that one. He'll foul it off the net. Evens the count up at 2-2. This will be our final broadcast of spring, I do believe, right, Will? This is it. There is an opportunity. I don't believe we're going to have a spring game, but if there is, we'll do our best to get that on the network. That one's in the ground. Timmons takes off to third. He'll get there. It's throw down, but not even close. So wild pitch. It's Timmons to third. Now full count for Rochelle. That one off the plate for ball four. Good stop by the catcher. But Rochelle will head on to first with the walk, and now Parkview's coach wants to have a talk. Walks the first 2 batters. He'll bring his entire infield in, so Coach Four will respond in kind by bringing his entire team together as well to talk about it. So tough start here for Brown. So he's struggling. Coach going to give him some tips and trying to let him know what he's doing wrong. Letting that shoulder fly out on him, and everything's coming up short for him. So tough start here for the Parkview Patriot pitcher. Conversation's probably got to be something like, let them hit, let's let our defense do some work. As of right now, giving up walks is not a winning formula. saw in the first inning. Tag was able to fill up the zone and easy 1, 2, 3 innings. So Blaze Ward will step in. We know Blaze from basketball season. Excited to see him out here on the diamond. So Rochelle gets his lead from first. Timmons at third. That pitch up a high and away. Rochelle does not try to take second. 1-0. Ward. Love to get the scoring started here with a base hit. Instead, that one's up and away for ball 2. If you're Brown, you just got to figure out a way to find a groove. Obviously, I don't know how often they've played here on this field. Hornets haven't played here this season. Now Ward gets one he can handle, fouls it up over our head. That's out of play. The count will go to 2-1. Got to be a little more careful here, Will. The balls can get us. We got to get a head on a swivel. You didn't bring your glove, did you? 2-1. It's hit to the first baseman. Nice play. He'll go to second to get the lead runner. Gets them, try to turn two. They won't get it. But that'll score Timmons from third. That makes it 1-0 Hornets. So give up the out at second. So first out recorded, but a run scores in Timmons. So Rochelle retired. And quickly trying to pick off Ward. That was close. Ward will take his lead. He's got a decent lead. Let's see if Brown worries about him again. Ward takes off, pitches outside. Throw to the second is high, gets past him. Shortstop's there to back him up. Ward gets the stolen base. So batter, Hank Gillespie. Gillespie, the catcher. He's going to try to drive in another run. That ball hit right back up the middle. Good piece of hitting there by Gillespie. Ward around third. He's headed for home. Throws coming to the plate. He's safe, easily standing up. Gillespie cruises into second with a double. So Ward scores. Gillespie's now at second. And now the bat will be Peyton Lee. Lee, the center fielder, he'll step in. 2-0 Hornets, first hit of the game. And the first pitch from Brown is down and outside for ball 1. Outside, 2-0. It's got the makings of a big first inning if Brown cannot start to find the zone here. And when he does find the zone, the Hornets do something with it. Hard hit ball at the middle, hard hit ball to first. It was a fielder's choice. That's how we've got our first 2 runs. Now they're going to try to pick off at second. Very close. It bounced off the runner. As that is Paxton Compton who's come in to pinch run, and he needs a minute as he took that ball right off the back. Leave it to Paxton to have some drama early in a game that we broadcast. We can always rely on our buddy Paxton for the good stuff. So Compton takes that one in the back. He's fine. He'll get his lead here. 2-0 count as we'll see if Brown concerned with him again. Second baseman trying to sneak over there. Compton making him think about it. Brown brings it. It's low. 3-0. A good throw by Brown on that pickoff. Might have had Compton. Instead, is a little behind. Of course, got Compton in the back. It's a 3-0 pitch on its way here to Lee inside ball 4. So Lee walks. Third walk of the first. That'll bring Kevin Hamilton. Hamilton, the DH tonight, he'll step in there, and he's looking to do a little damage to the scoreboard here. 2-0, 2 on, 1 away. You know, Brown's just trying to find something over the plate. This is not a guy you want to make a mistake to. So Hamilton measures it up, loose batting gloves, he's ready. First pitch, he got one he liked up a little bit. That one's going for the bus, and it got it out of play. Probably not the best place to park the bus. See how Brown does working from ahead here. 0-1's count. Compton at first, Lee at second. That one roped into the gap, left center field. Center fielder coming on. Compton's going to score easily. Lee will hold at second, a single for Kevin Hamilton. Compton scores. He was in for Gillespie. Lee moves to second, so first and second, still just one out here in the bottom half of the first. So Ryan Maceres will bat. Again, an opportunity here for an RBI. That one's low and away for ball one. So Maceres steps in, 0-1 the count. Or 1-0 count, sorry. That one's low for ball two, 2-0. So the 2-0 pitch on the way from Brown. Maceres low, ball three. See how long Parkview sticks with Brown. Double play here, obviously gets him out of the inning, limits the damage. We'll see if he can get a strike. And it'll be strike one on the outside edge. So now 3-1 as Maceres gave him a freebie. Let's see what he does with this one. That's going to be strike two. So Maceres waiting. Might have been a little further out than he wanted. Maceres, look at it, now full count. Got to expect the fastball here if you're Maceres. Brown will step off. The Nats, not Caleb Thurman, are out there bugging the pitcher. Parkview probably tired of the Nat. That one's in the dirt for ball four, and that'll load him up. Bases loaded as Tag Andrews will step in. He'll try to help his own cause here. 3 up, 3 down inning, and that may be it for Brown as Parkview said coach going to come out and have a visit. And you can tell when the pitcher walks off the opposite side of the mound of his dugout when his coach is coming, you know he's running from it. So let's see what coach does. He'll take the ball. Obviously, they'll make the change here. And it looks like number 23. That was the third baseman. I believe that is Spear. On my lineup card, I have SPE something R, it looks like. I'm guessing that's an A. So 1 out recorded for Brown. He's still responsible for all the bags being juiced here. I'm going to tell you, not a lot of velocity coming from Spear. This should be a intriguing first inning. We'll see if he's got any more than that, but typically you want to see a little bit more on the warm-up tosses. At this point, though, if you're Parkview, really what you want to do is just get somebody that can get it over the plate. Because so far, 4 walks here in the first. A fielder's choice. Blaze Ward that scored a run. A double by Gillespie, a single by Kevin Hamilton. And it's going to be bases loaded here, the bottom half of the first. The hard part about a guy like this is you got to be able to stay back on that back foot and wait. Well, it's going to take a while to get there. Not a lot of follow through from Spear. So we'll see what he can bring here. Is that Andrews probably licking his chops as he steps in there. So Andrews steps in. Base is loaded. First one from Spear on its way, and it is fouled off to the right side. Strike one, so Spear doing exactly what his coach wants him to do, though. Get it over the plate. That one's golfed into right center. That's going to clear the bases. Lee scores. Hamilton trucks in. He slides in. He'll score safely. The ball gets away from the catcher. That's going to allow the runners to advance. Andrews will go to second. Saris will cruise into third, and a double for Andrews. Plates two more. So Tanner Kinley will step in. 9-hitter. He'll take strike one on the outside corner. So Hornets quickly up 5-0 here in the bottom of the first. Kinley waits the pitch. That one floats in there for ball one. 1-1. So Maceras at third. That ball fisted out to the dugout, into the Hornet dugout. 1-2 to Kinley. Andrews is at second. So he helped his own cause with the 2 RBIs. That one bounces. Catcher lost it. 2-2 now here to Kinley. So 2-2, one away. Timmons on deck. Bat around if Kinley can get on base. That one skips away all the way to the backstop. Saris will score easily on the wild pitch. Andrews moves up to third, and it's 6-0. Kinley steps back in there. I believe the count's full. That ball's hit hard, right side, right fielder coming in on it and makes a nice catch in right field. Tagging up is Andrews. He's going to score that a throw. So Andrews scores the 7th run of the inning on the fly to right. Good play by the right fielder to come in and make that play. So Kinley gets the RBI. Back to the top of the order, and Alan Timmons. Timmons walked, stole second, stole third, scored a run. I'll try to do it again this time. First pitch is up for ball one. Timmons didn't get anything on his first at bat. 4 straight pitches and out of the zone. He probably wants to put some composite on a baseball like his teammates. Unfortunately, he's seen 6 pitches, and all of them been out of the zone. That ball fouled off the netting. I got to swing the bat. Take the count to 2-1. What a good pitch by Timmons. Didn't get the call. 3-1. That was close. Timmons ready. And that one's in the dirt for ball 4. So Timmons works his second walk of the inning. And we'll start all over with Timmons at first, and Rochelle will step in. He walked. Was forced out at second on the fielder's choice. He is one of only 2 Hornets who have not scored in the first inning. Rochelle will wait the first one from Spear. Runner takes off. Timmons. And that ball is airmailed to the second baseman. Makes the catch. Timmons stays on the bag. That was actually better than it looked. Second baseman wasn't there in time. Timmons gets the stolen base. That's his third of the inning. Rochelle just crushed that ball to right center field. That ball going back at the fence, off the wall, into the pea gravel. Timmons will score easily. Rochelle will hold. And a nice piece of opposite field hitting for Brennan Rochelle. So Blaze Ward, he'll step in. He hit a sharp ground to the first baseman, the fielder's choice. Got the force out. He got the RBI. Rochelle had a big lead at second. He gets back quickly. The catcher looked him down. So Ward. Boy, Rochelle had a rolling start on that one to get the stolen base. And Blaze crushes one to right fielder. Had it off his glove, and that'll land in the pea gravel. Ward rounding first. He's headed for second. Throws on its way, and Ward is in there safely. Rochelle scores another double. So really an error on the right fielder there. I'm going to give him a double just for fun because we don't keep stats all year. Either way, the RBI counts. Second RBI of the inning for Ward. And my scorebook's getting ugly. So Gillespie steps in, and he hits it to the right side. Another piece of opposite field hitting. Right fielder going to come in. He'll make this catch, and that'll retire the side, but not before the Hornets bring 12 men to the plate. 13 to the plate, and score 9 on 4 hits in the bottom half of the first. And after inning of play, Hornets lead this one 9-0, and we'll be back with more Hornet baseball on Natural State Sports. Welcome back, folks, as we are set for the second inning of play here. So Andrews gets things set. Leading things off will be Hughes. Hughes couldn't catch up to that one, 1-1. That one right down the middle for strike 2. And right now, Andrews is cruising. Now 1-2 here to Hughes. 1-2 on its way. Look good, maybe a little up. 2-2. A good pitch. Fooled him with that one for strike 3. Second strikeout of the evening for Andrews. And now Spear started at third, came in and finished the first inning at pitcher. I believe that's Spear. I hope I'm getting that right. I'm just going off of what I can read on this lineup sheet. First one from Andrews is up, 1-0. We're working on our camera angles. Problem here is it's hard to get a good setup with this netting instead of fencing. Spear behind on that one, 1-1. Our home plate camera obviously has to be behind the netting, and so well, this bugs you as much as it does me, but that netting is frustrating. That one down. Ball 2, 2-1. Good start here for the Hornets. 9-0 here as we're in the top of the second. That ball popped out. Uh-oh, we got a bus coming by. This could get fun. And didn't. Bus got there late. Now the bus has got to wait for the bouncing baseball to get out of the way. Count goes to 2-2. I wouldn't park that bus there. There's strike 3 as Andrews brings the gas. 2 away here in the second. So Keith will step in. Keith is the left fielder for these Patriots. He'll hit left-handed as he gets final instruction from his coach. Good pitch by Andrews right down the middle for strike 1. Blows it by him, 0-2. Andrews looking to strike out the side here in the second. 0-2's on its way. Ooh, a little high, ball 1. Didn't miss by much. Of course, I can't really tell where it is over the plate because we're angled here on the third base side. That 1-2 blows by for strike 3, and that'll do it for the top half of the second. Andrews strikes out the side, and after an inning and a half play, the Hornets lead this one 9-0. We'll be back with the bottom of the second here on Natural State Sports. All right, welcome back, everybody, as we are here on the campus of the Mills Comets. This beautiful baseball facility as we are set and ready for the bottom half of the second inning. Hornets leading this one 9-0. And leading off here will be Peyton Lee. He walked and scored a run in his last at bat in the first. We'll see if Spear can continue to at least get it over the plate. Let him hit, let the defense work to get him out of the rest of that inning. That first one's low for ball 1. Spear's not going to impress you with velocity, but he's going to get it in the zone. As I say that, he'll start Peyton Lee off 2-0. Lee swings through that one for strike one. Nice strike two right down the middle. And again, Spear now starting to fill the zone up a little bit. 2-2 pitch on the way, and that one's low and outside, ball three. That'll load it up. So full count here to Peyton Lee, center fielder, as he awaits. Spears' offering is popped up left side, playable, long run for the left fielder, shortstop going back, and he'll make the catch, short left field for out number one. So one away. A much more efficient start to the second inning for the Patriots. So Kevin Hamilton will step in. He's 1 for 1. He singled, drove in a run, scored a run back in that 9-run first. Hamilton, he crushed that ball right back up the middle. Good piece of hitting as the shortstop dove for it. Couldn't make the play. Hamilton with another single. So Maceres will bat. Maceres walked and scored. Advanced on a wild pitch back in the first. He's got Hamilton at first. With this slow delivery, we'll see if the Hornets continue to run. Hamilton's not. That ball's fouled off, and that's going to get a bus. Oh, no, it stayed in the fencing. So Maceres is 0 for 1 on bus hits. That one's low, ball 1, 1-1. I made sure to roll all my windows down out there in center, so if anybody wants to go for the 360 sign, they're welcome to. That one gets past the catcher. Hamilton will take off and get to second on the pass ball. So the 2-1 on its way to Maceres. And Maceres made up his mind really late to swing at that one. And as a result, evens the count up at 2-2. Well, they got a whole row of buses to aim for over here. That one outside Maceres, I think it was close enough to give him some concern that he might have struck out. Instead, the count's full, 3-2. 3-2 pitch on the way in the dirt, ball 4. I stopped by the catcher to keep Hamilton at second. Maceres will walk for the second time. Now Tag Andrews will bat. Andrews hit a hard one right back up the middle for a double. That scored 2 runs last inning in the 9th. He also scored a run, so he'll try to do it again. And he hits that ball in the gap left side. Left fielder coming in for it. Hamilton's being waved home. He'll round third. Now they'll stop him. And he'll load the bases up. So single for Andrews. Everybody advances a station. And now Tanner Kinley will bat. Kinley flew out to the right fielder. There's a sac fly, scored the run. One of only 2 that didn't score in that first inning. So bases loaded now for Kinley. And Kinley swings through the first one, 0-1. That's one of those moments, keep your head in, as that's what Coach Four is telling him. Stay in there, stay locked in. It's coming in a lot slower than you think. And that ball's hit muscle to the left fielder. It's short. It's going to drop. Hamilton will score. Maceres will be held at third. So Hamilton scores the 10th run of the evening. Hornets lead at 10-0. So everybody moves ahead of station. As Timmons will bat, I believe. And no, I think we're going to get a pinch hitter. And we will. So pinch hitting for Timmons will be Chandler Eubank. And Eubank watches the first one high. Timmons got his 2 at-bats in an inning. He's done. Eubank going to get a chance here. And he swings through that one. Strike 1, 1-1. Way out in front of that. Time called as a baseball made its way out onto the field. Now with time, Andrews is going to get a pinch runner. Pinch runner is going to be Parker Gambrell. He'll go out and run for Andrews. So Andrews will sit. Kinley at first. Gambrell at second. Maceris at third. That's ball 2, 2-1. Parkview crowd wanted a strike. It was close, maybe up. I'm going to give him that one, maybe a bit of a makeup. That looked a little outside and low, 2-2. Got a terrible idea to help a little bit. That one's bounces its way in. That'll load him up, full count. Nowhere to put him, 3-2, 1 away. That ball right back up the middle could be a tailor-made double play, but Brown bobbled it. Now he's got to go across, safe at first. Everybody's safe. Oh, did he call him out? Oh, goodness gracious. He was safe by a step, at least. That's a tough call. Coach Ford is going to go out and have a conversation. That was a miss for sure by our umpire there. That was tough. We'll see. I think the call is going to stand. And it is. He's out. So Eubank grounds out but gets the RBI. As Maceris scores. And now another pinch hitter here for Rochelle is going to be Brennan Pritchett. So Pritchett hits for Rochelle. That ball is skied to left field. Going back as a center fielder. Now in the gaps, the left fielder comes over and makes the catch. It's a long out for Pritchett, and that'll do it for the second. 2 runs for the Hornets in the second. And after 2, it's 11-0. We'll be back with the third inning here on Natural State Sports. All right, folks, we are back here on the campus of Mills High School. Diamond of the Mills Comets. Thanks to PCSSD for accommodating us. And now Andrews out for his third inning of work. Leading things off will be Hampton. Andrews, 4 strikeouts. through 2 innings. Oh, not sure where that missed at. Hampton showed bunt, brought it back. 2-0. Showing bunt again. Strike one called as that one got past the bat of Hampton. Hampton didn't seem like he really wanted to really offer it, that one. Sayers can get up into the upper 80s. Now Hampton looking at it again. He's going to watch strike two. He didn't agree with that one. So that one caught the black for strike two. 2-2. So now you're going to pull the bat back and see if you can catch up to it. 2-2 pitch on its way. Strike three called as Hampton will head to the bench. That is the 4th strikeout in a row for Tag Andrews. So Moody will step in. Wind picks up. It's blowing in. That ball is sliced into the gutters and the ditches on the left side of the ballpark. 0-1. This ball tapped. Andrews, that's over his head. This is going to be tough. And a nice play by the second baseman. As Kinley makes a nice play to get the out. That was a tough play to make, especially with a left-handed hitter who's already headed towards the bag. Good play there by Kinley. So now the 9-hitter, Bumpers, will step in. That one foul tipped into the mitt for strike two, 0-2. And there it is, strike three called. Bumpers will head to the dugout. Strikeout victim number 6. Andrews has faced the minimum through 3. Will head to the bottom half of the 3rd. Hornets lead this one 11-0. Welcome back to Hornet Baseball on Natural State Sports, and we appreciate you guys joining us for this conference matchup between the Maumelle Hornets and the Parkview Patriots. Spear will come on back out for the 3rd here. Leading things off for the Hornets will be Jamison Burton. As Burton is in for Blaze Ward. And Burton goes the opposite way. And he'll get a single to lead things off here in the 3rd. So now Grayson Johnston will bat as he'll bat for Gillespie. So the bench emptying beginning for the Hornets here in the 3rd. Or I guess continuing as that first pitch looked good. Spear wanted it. It floated in there. Umpire says it was high, shrugs his shoulders. I'm not sure he knows where it's at. And back check on Burton over at first. So Johnston Staring down Spear. 1-0 on its way. It's outside for ball 2. We'll see who pitches for Parkview in the second game. Should be interesting. That ball hit and run on. That ball's going to get down in left field. A good piece of hitting. Now I got to slow it up. It's Johnston as Burton stopped at second. He was head down rolling. Good job. Good piece of hitting there for Johnston as he singles. Burton advances to second. So runners at first and second with nobody out here. Now up to bat will be Dylan Wilson. So Wilson bats for Lee. Peyton Lee's first game 1 is over. That ball's fouled off him. It came off his leg. Wilson awaits the 0-1. And now he sits back, goes the opposite way. Long run. That's going to get down. And Burton will stop at third. A single for Wilson. So Hornets single him to death here in the third. Back-to-back-to-back singles. And now Hamilton will sit. And Paulzak will bat. So Paulzak bats. With the bases loaded, nobody out. And skips in there for ball 1. So you've got Burton at third, Johnston at second, Wilson at first, Paulzak at the plate. That one skips in there. Paulzak's actually already scored a run in this game as a courtesy runner. And he hits this ball to the left side. That's going to get through for a base hit. 1 run scores. 2nd run on its way. Throw comes through to the plate. It's not in time. Throw to third's not in time. Paulzak cruises into second as Burton and Johnston both score. And the Hornets now lead this one 13-0. So Wilson is at third. Paulzak's at second. And the batter is Chase Tucker, who will bat for Mazares. And Tucker grounds this one outside. Foul. Coach Four couldn't make the play. Now we got a loose baseball. And it's recovered. And that ball's hit high to center. Center fielder coming on. He's going to make the catch. Tagging up will be Wilson, and he'll score. And that's the 14th run of the game. So Wilson scores from third. Tucker gets the RBI on the sac fly. Paulzak did not advance, and now batting will be number 1, Paxton Compton. That was Paxton earlier that got the courtesy runner. Now Paxton awaits it. Took that baseball to the middle of the back. So ball 1 here as Compton bats for Andrews. That one skips in and did not try to advance. Tucker, I'm sorry, not Tucker. Paulzak stayed at second. Hornets not trying to be overtly aggressive here, up 14-0. It's a 2-0 count here on Compton. And he fouls this one off and got the roof of the bus. The window survived. The roof did not. That one in the dirt. Ball 2, ball 3, 3-1. believe the count's 3-1 here. That one skips in there for ball four, so Compton walks with one away here. And now in for Tanner Kinley. As now we're going to get a conversation on the mound before, but batting will be Dalton Henson. No relation. We may have a pitching change here. As out of the dugout is number 12 Stone. They're going to let Stone try to get this one over with. I don't know. Stone comes in to try to avoid giving up the 15th run of this one. So a good one for the Hornets here so far. 14 runs on 10 hits. Tag Andrews has faced the minimum through 3 innings. 6 strikeouts. See if Stone can get the final 2 outs of the inning here. Hornets have shown up and shown out. Not to bring back too many terrible memories, but I know last year when we did a couple of final baseball games of the year, it was a rough road. Weather, everything. Seems like weather's always a problem, but a lot of great baseball. But we're excited to see the changes here. Coach Ford taking over this year. They're headed to the state tournament. Going to have a big couple of weeks there, hopefully, and try to make a run. We'll see how deep they can go. But an opportunity for this Hornet team, and here tonight just trying to get a little bit of extra work in as we finish up conference play against the Parkview Patriots. So Henson steps in. Runners at first and second for the Hornets. First pitch from Stone is right down the middle. Andrews has re-entered the game as a courtesy runner. I believe it's second. Polzak. That one's fouled back by Henson. I'm sorry, that's not Andrews. That's still Paxton out there, I think. I saw a 3. I saw thought a 13. Henson strikes out. And Stone comes in and gets the first strikeout. So back to the top of the order, and it'll be Eubank. Eubank had a ground out in his first at bat, got an RBI. And Stone drops that one in there for strike one. 0-1 the count. Parkview hunting for a comeback. Trying to hang around here, not allow this final run. And Eubank says none of that as he hits that one into the gap. That one's going to get down. Right fielder makes the play. Rounding the corner is Polzak. Polzak will score without a throw, and that'll do it. So that'll do it. The Hornets are going to win game one, 15-0. Tag Andrews, so it was a perfect game through 3 innings, 6 strikeouts, no walks. A great job by the Hornets to get the victory here in game one. Stay with us, as we will not cut the broadcast. We'll stay here and have game two here in just a couple of minutes, as both teams will have a conversation with their coaches, talk about the strategies for game two. And we'll be back with game two here in just a few minutes on Natural State Sports. All right, we are back here for game 2 of this conference matchup between the Maumelle Hornets and the Parkview Patriots, and we are set here. It's Timmons is ready to step in and hit. So Timmons, good game in the last game, comes into this game hitting .233 on the season in that leadoff spot. So it'll be Timmons, Rochelle, and Ward to lead things off. And pitching in this one is Hughes. So Hughes draws the start for the Patriots in this one. Falls behind early 1-0. Earn the strike there. Strike one here is 1-1 the count. Timmons grounds this one to the third baseman. Scooped up, across the diamond. Nice play there by the third baseman. For out number 1. So Brendan Rochelle steps in. Rochelle, nice game. Much like the rest of the Hornets in game 1, that 15-0 victory. So talking to Coach 4, getting the updates here. The Hornets are locked into the 4 seed in the state tournament. So that one skips in there and back to the backstop. But Hornets locked into the 4. There is a opportunity. Little Rock Christian could sweep Benton tonight. If that happens, the Hornets would tie for third, but would still be the 4 seed. So no matter what, head into the state tournament as the 4. So Rochelle watches the 3-0, and that'll be ball 4. So Blaze Ward will step in. Ward in short action in that first ball game. And a fielder's choice and a double in the first inning, then never batted again after the subs started rolling in. Now the stretch is Hughes. Much quicker move for the lefty here. Misses on the first one, 1-0. This one hit down the line, foul. First baseman picked it up in foul territory. Hughes 1-1 is in there for strike 2. Ward falls behind 1-2. This the team's been hitting the ball a lot better here over the last few games. 6 winners of their 6 of their over 6-8 coming into this series. Coach Force is a very young team, as you know. And now 3-2 full count here to Ward. Ward, a freshman. And Ward strokes that one. First baseman bobbled it, trying to go 2, and nobody at first to cover as we start to get a few raindrops on my back. That would be a problem. I don't think it's going to last long. I think we're okay. I think it's going to be a couple of sprinkles. So Ward reaches on the error. And way out in front of that one is Gillespie. Gillespie gets caught reaching there, falls behind 0-1. So runners at first and second, and a ball's hit to the right center. Long run, nobody's there. That's in the gap. That gets down. Ward slowly now has to hesitate for a minute. Now the throw's going to come to the plate. We're going to have a play at the plate, and he slides in, and he got him. Out at home is Rochelle on the play from the first baseman. Good job cutting that one by Mosley and getting that to the plate to cut down the runner. And a good job by Parkview. The outfield assist. So Gillespie held it first. He'll get the courtesy runner. As Compton will run for him, but 2 away here. As Paxton Lee steps in. Paxton Lee, another freshman. He got big news today. We'll talk about that when he gets up on the mound here in a few minutes. As he'll get the start here in game 2 for the Hornets, but Lee, very talented young arm on this Hornet team. Runner goes. As Compton, easiest stolen base ever. Outside, 2-1. Peyton Lee looking to help himself out here, get himself ahead. And he does. Hits that ball hard, deep, left field, going back at the fence and caught in the pea gravel by the left fielder. He gave that one a ride. Ballpark holds it. Left fielder makes the play. And he'll retire the side. And after a half inning of play, no score, we'll head to the bottom of the first. Parkview coming to bat. All right, welcome back, folks. Maumelle Hornet baseball here on Natural State Sports as we're set for the bottom of the first inning. Leading things off for the Patriots will be Smith, 0 for 1 in game 1. Peyton Lee, righty. That ball is tailing foul. But Lee steps in there, the righty freshman. Got a phone call and an offer from the University of Oklahoma today. It's a big offer for Peyton Lee. Congratulations there as we're trying to get a baseball back in. They'll roll it to the Parkview dugout. But Lee, another one of the very talented young Hornet baseball players. Lee earns that scholarship offer. That ball is roped to right field. That ball going back. Right fielder on his way back makes the catch. Nice play out there in right field by Maceris. So Maceris brings that one in for out number 1. He got another phone call today, I was told, too, but I've been sworn to secrecy on that one. A lot of talent on this Hornet team and a lot of youthful talent. This is a team that is going to be really, really good for the next several years to come. Coach Ford at the helm. Very impressive group of athletes, young freshmen and sophomores out here leading this squad. It's the team that has kind of found, as Coach Ford called it, a bit of a dog mentality here late in the season, and this is when you want to be playing your best baseball. Obviously a lot of talent across 5A, probably the most talented division in all of high school baseball, as Lee finds the inside corner there for strike 1 and 2-1. But course, the 5A Central already an extremely talented conference in all sports. It's going to be a lot of fun next season in football and basketball. Now Lee's 2-1 is fouled off by Brown. 2-2. Brown was 0 for 1 with a strikeout in game 1. Lee, good pitch. A little low there for Lee, and that'll run the count to 3-2. Lee looks every part of it out there. Nice tall kid. Good frame for a baseball player with a lot of room to grow into it. Lee, that ball is hit hard in the gap. That's going to be extra bases for Brown. He's trucking it around first. Picked up in center, brought in quickly, and a stand-up double for Brown. First hit of the day for Parkview. After 10 consecutive were set down by the Hornets between game 1 and 2. Brown doubles loudly here in the bottom of the first. Gillespie wants to go out and have a talk with Lee. So Silva will step in. Silva grounded out, 0 for 1. Grounded to shortstop. His only plate appearance in the first game. That one in the dirt to Silva for ball 1, 1-0. That one's in the dirt. Good stop by Gillespie. Dylan Wilson made that catch in center, or that play in center to get it in. Strike one there, 2-1. Foul tip into the mitt for strike 2, 2-2. Silva, the catcher, caught all game 1. And he sits back on that one. This one, third baseman off the end of his glove. Brown's going to be able to score, I believe. Picked up quickly, throws it in, play at the plate, and safe as Brown slides underneath it. It's a very close play. Gillespie actually made the tag on his helmet, but I think he was in no matter what. I don't believe it was a good tag by Gillespie. Gillespie made a good play to get the tag down. Brown scores as Blaze Ward, that one hit right off the end of his glove. That'll be an error charge to Ward. So now in will be Hughes. These first one's low and inside. Strike one called. Parkview fans don't like it. A good contingent of Parkview fans on the right side of our small bleacher setup. Hughes awaits the 1-1. Outside corner, no call there. Ball 2, 2-1. So Silva at first. Brown has scored after the double and an error on Ward, and that one skips in there. And 3-1. Peyton Lee struggling a little bit here in the first. Walks will get you. Don't want to walk this batter. Bring up Spear. The cleanup hitter Hughes awaits the 3-1. Outside, ball 4. Silva moves to second on the walk. Hughes at first, and Spear, the relief pitcher, came in to get some pitches in the zone in the first game. He'll bat. Spear DHing in this one. He hits that one off the top of the structure to the right side of the field here. We'll run out of baseballs. A couple extra baseballs in. So 0-1 to Spear, one away for Parkview with runners at first and second. It's outside for ball 1-1-1. Lee trying to settle in here in the first. 1-1 on the way. Good eye there by Spear. Good pitch as it got away outside by Lee. A good stop by Gillespie as well. Now 2-1. That went right down the middle for strike two. 2-2 count now. It's Spear ready. Lee gets the call, and he's ready to bring it. 2-2 pitch on the way. Hit right back at Lee. He'll turn, go to second, gets the runner at second. Now Timmons across to first. Double play. 6-4-3 on the double play, and just like that, the Hornets get out of 6-3. No, sorry, not 6-4-3. Just kidding. 1-6-3. How about that? That sounds better. Double play to end the first. After an inning, Parkview scores one there in the bottom of the first. We'll head to the second. Parkview leads this one 1-0. Welcome back, folks. Here, Maumelle Hornet baseball on Natural State Sports and Maumelle Sports Network. We are set for the second inning here. Kevin Hamilton will lead things off. He'll be followed by Ryan Maceris and Tag Andrews. Kinley will bat if anybody reaches. So Hamilton steps in. And he watches ball one. Hamilton hitting .304 on the season. Watches ball two in the dirt, 2-0. That ball hit hard. That's going to tell foul, though. Good spot to put it by Kevin. But well, foul. And 2-1 now. Hughes working quickly. Hamilton works it quickly right past the diving second baseman. And Hamilton will lead off a second with a single. Very good piece of hitting there by Kevin Hamilton. Now Maceris will step in. Hamilton at first. Not much of a lead here for Hamilton. First pitch is in there for strike one. That one bounces. That's going to let Hamilton advance. Hamilton has the second. No throw on the wild pitch. Maceres awaits the 1-1 inside, ball two. Maceres hitting .233 in 20 games played this season. And he hits this one to the left side and foul. 2-2 count. Wind picking up a little bit here. And is blowing in this evening. Maceres awaits the 2-2 pitch. It's in the dirt. That gets away. Hamilton's going to go to third. Silva chases it down. So now Hamilton at third. Base hit ties this one up. Stoppage in play here as we got a wayward baseball. Now we're ready. Sun peeking out. That feels good on my back. Wind getting a little chilly. That ball hit hard. Third baseman dives, makes a nice play. He's going to come to the plate with it. And an easy out as Hamilton runs into the out. Bad idea by Hamilton to run on that one. I don't know if I didn't see if Force sent him. Or maybe they thought that got through. Good play by the third baseman. Hamilton's tagged out at the plate. In that situation, Hamilton really just needs to come down the line a little bit and make sure the third baseman throws to first. Do not want to run into that out. So tag will step in and swings through the first one. Now runner goes and Maceres, and early dive by Maceres. Ball's off the end of the glove of the second baseman, Hampton. And Maceres fortunate to not been thrown out there. He dove really early. I wasn't sure if he was going to make second base. And now that one hit down the left side. Nice play by the third baseman. He gets eat up with it now. He'll just have to keep it there. I think that ball bounced off his ankle. So Andrews is going to reach. As Tanner Kinley will bat. So Maceres is at second. Andrews at first. Kinley to bat. It's Hughes trying to scuffle through another inning here. A lot of base runners. Hornets just haven't been able to take advantage. I'm looking to pick him off, and again, Maceres is almost crawling into those bases on these dives. We take one extra step before we dive. So Kinley back in there. It's Hughes, gets the sign, he's ready. And bring it to the plate this time. Bounces it in there. Silva couldn't find it initially, but it didn't go anywhere. Nobody's able to advance. 1-0 your count. You get a great view of right here in the flight path of Little Rock National Airport for sure. That one right back up the middle. That's off the glove. Chance for two. Kinley will beat it out at first. The tip may have saved that a little bit. So Kinley gets to first. Out recorded at second was Andrews. So back to the top of the order, and Timmons. Timmons grounded to the third baseman, his first at bat. That one's up and away. So runners at the corners. Again, second inning in a row. Hornets got runners in scoring position. We'll see if we can capitalize here. He just missed a home run in the first. That one's up and away to Timmons. Kinley getting the attention of Silva at the plate. Thought about throwing behind the runner. If you're Silva, he doesn't matter at this point. You got to get Timmons, and you're worried about the runner at third. That one's in the dirt. Kinley will get second without a throw. Now Timmons showing bunt on the 3-0. He'll pull it back, strike one. So Hughes gets one over here on the 3-0. 3-1 now. Timmons, if you can just find a gap here, base hit likely, will score two. Will score one for sure. And instead pops it up. That's a high, tough play with the wind. First baseman trying to get it, couldn't find it. As it tails back, and it'll fall harmlessly to the turf. I'll make the count full at 3-2. So Timmons be a leadoff man here, get a base hit, give the Hornets the lead. Timmons steps in. 3-2 count, 2 away. And fouls it back off the netting. Timmons back in there, ready for the 3-2. That ball right back up the middle. Nice play by the shortstop. Trying to get it across, and not in time as it gets past the first baseman. That's going to allow a second run to score as Kinley scores. Maceras and Kinley both score. Hornets take the lead 2-1 on the air. I don't know that it would have gotten him anyway. I think Timmons was going to beat it as the shortstop bobbled it. We'll see. I think that should be an error on the shortstop. Really, neither run should have scored if Brown just fields that cleanly. That one in the dirt to Rochelle, who steps in. Rochelle walked his last plate appearance. Well, they had him picked, and they do pick him off. So Timmons gets picked off on the play on the throw to second, and that'll end the top half of the second. But after an inning and a half, Hornets get two here in the second to take a 2-1 lead. And we'll be back in just a minute with the Patriots, bottom half of the second. All right, we are back here, ready for the bottom half of the second inning, as Parkview lead things off with Hampton. And Hampton, now he's ready as he'll step in. Waiting on Parkview's coach to get in the coaching box, and now we're ready. So Peyton lead, worked second inning. Scuffled through the first. A walk, an error, a double. A nice 1-6-3 double play to get him out of the inning to not allow any more damage. And he starts Hampton off 1-1. Up over the head as Hampton has to duck. 2-1. Probably hard to find that focus after a quick 15-0 victory in game one. A perfect game by Tag Andrews. Lee scuffling a little bit as this one popped up on the infield high. Timmons calls for it. And now Timmons will make the catch. So one away. As Hampton flies out to the shortstop. So that'll bring Keith to the plate. Keith 0 for 1 with a strikeout in game 1. He misses on the first, 1-0. A little up, I guess, 2-0. So our first round matchup at State is pretty well set. It's likely going to be Greenbrier, either be Van Buren or Greenbrier. Now showing bunt, Hornets crashing. And pulled it back 3-0. Kinley crashed from way deep, as did Ward on the play. Little gamesmanship, caught some giggles out of the Parkview dugout. Keith walks on 4 pitches. So Keith walks. Mosley will bat. Lee finds the strike zone with that 1-0-1. See if Parkview wants to try to run a little bit. It's Keith at first, not much of a lead. They'll check on him. Well, Keith kind of jump stepped on his dive back. He looked fooled on a pretty average move there by Lee. So Lee may be able to get him. He gets an extra step. That ball is hit the opposite way and foul. Boy, it didn't miss it by much. Just got foul. 0-2 the count. Keith at first. One away from Parkview. And breaking ball didn't break. 1-2. Mosley. 1-2, a little outside. Boy, didn't miss much. 2-2. 2-2 pitch now from Lee. Set back on the curveball, long run, diving, gets under the glove. He didn't dive, under the glove. Keith headed for third, throws on its way. He's going to get there, and Ward picks it up and a double as Mosley advances to second on the play. Give Mosley credit. He was looking fastball, and even out on his front foot was able to get just enough of that to get it over second base and just in front of the center fielder for base hit. Wilson did all he could to come in and make that catch, just couldn't quite get there. Now Bumpers will bat. Bumpers was also 0 for 1 in that first game with a strikeout. First one from Lee is up and in. And Lee looks a little frustrated out there on the bump right now. So if Coach Ford comes out and has a conversation with him. He made a good pitch against Mosley. Mosley just hit the good pitch. That's a good pitch by Lee. His Bumpers. I had a feeling he's going to try to lay a bunt down. They've not looked overly comfortable trying to bunt in either of these two games here this evening. 1-1 on its way. Bumpers, again, shows like he wants to bunt, but pulls it back. And Bumpers in the 9 hole, maybe just trying to get the lineup turned back to the top. And now Bumpers reaches for that one for strike 3, and that'll be the second out of the inning as Lee gets a strikeout. That's his first of the evening. So back to the top of the order. It'll be Smith. He flew out to right. Hit a ball hard. Saris kind of got turned around on him. Made a great play, though, in right to get his body turned. Get the out, so Lee steps off. Didn't like something there, so he'll reset things. As Smith in there, 2 outs, looking for a 2-out hit. What a good pitch. Boy, Lee had him fooled there. I think even Smith looked up at the umpire, a little surprised that wasn't a strike. It was a good pitch by Lee. That one up in the eyes. Gets Smith to chase, 1-1. Lee's 1-1. Set back right at the shortstop. Timmons bobbled it, and that's going to allow the tying run to score as Smith scores. Mosley to third. Just like that, it's 2-2 as Brown bats. Brown doubled. He hit a ball hard back in the first. He doubled and scored. Now an opportunity to knock a couple in here with a base hit. Let's see if they decide to try to run Smith at first. Hornets got a play called in, so we'll see what they do with it. He does take off. They'll fake the throw. Mosley came off a little further. He does get back. They almost had him fooled, but Mosley gets back. Gillespie might have been a little late on the hesitation to third. 0-1 the count. Now Smith's in scoring position at second. Low and in the dirt for ball 1, 1-1. Hornets got some activity in the pen. As Lee misses outside, 2-1. Looks like, from what I can tell from here, getting loose down there is number 44, Chandler Eubanks. An impromptu hog call from the Parkview dugout. That one's low and away, 3-1. And nice job there, Lee. Worked back into this one. As Brown swings through strike 2. Now it counts full 3-2. Big pitch here for Lee. Big error by Timmons kept the inning alive for Parkview, and an opportunity to get a couple here on a base hit. Brown awaits it. It's low, and he'll walk. Ball 4. Good stop by Gillespie to not allow a run to score. And Coach Ford will call time as he wants to have a conversation with his pitcher. Lee is scuffling here, and he looks down. He's ready. He's going to make the change. Chandler Eubanks is going to come in for Peyton Lee. That'll do it. Peyton Lee's evening. So Lee goes an inning and 2/3. Gives up 2 runs. Only one of them earned so far, but he's responsible for all 3 runners still on base. So we'll see if Eubanks can work out of the jam. Catcher Silva about to bat for the Patriots. A tough one. Quite the contrast from game 1. Andrews with a perfect game in game 1. Substitution will actually be Wilson will come out. So Dylan Wilson will exit the game. Peyton Lee will go to center field. So 2-2 game. A lot of deuces up there on the board. 2 runs, 2 hits, 2 errors for both teams. 2 outs here in the second. Deuce is wild. So Eubanks is ready. Silva will go up and give him a few words of encouragement. Make sure they got the signs right. Silva will bat, but I think Hughes thinks he's batting too. They're going to send a righty and a lefty to the plate and see what happens. Now Hughes back out the on-deck circle. Silva says, look, it's my turn. I want the RBIs. So Silva steps in, bases loaded. 2 outs here in the second. Parkview, 1 run in so far, and that hits him. So Eubanks' first pitch hits Silva. Silva heads to first. Mosley will score. And it's 3-2 Parkview. Nice, easy RBI for Silva. Now Hughes, who wanted to bat with the bases loaded, he gets to. So Hughes steps in. Bases full of Patriots. Eubanks. Fouled off by Hughes. He was sitting on that first pitch. He was ready. 0-1. So Smith at third. Brown at second. Silva at first. Last run. Another unearned run here. A little outside. 1-1. Need strikes if you're Eubanks here. Hughes walked his last at bat. He hits that one to the right side. First baseman dives for it, makes the play. Going to have to hurry to the bag and safe as Hughes beats it. Eubanks slips. That's going to allow another run to score. So 2 runs score on the play. An infield single by Hughes. Smith and Brown both score. Defense playing, letting them down here. Now this one fouled to the left side by Spear. Spear hit into an inning double play back in the first. Close the line on Peyton Lee. That one fouled off. Good thing they moved the buses. Now 0-2 to Spear. And now reaching for that one is Spear. Eubank gets the strikeout, but damage is done here in the second. Parkview scores 4 runs on 1 hit. Only one of the runs earned. And after 2, we'll head to the third. Parkview leads this one 5-2. All right, welcome back, Hornet baseball fans, as we are set for the third inning of play. The Hornets with some work to do As Rochelle lead things off, he walked, was in the middle of an at-bat when Timmons was picked off in the second, so he'll lead things off here in the third. Try to get things started against Hughes. That one right back up the middle. Brown comes across, scoops it up, throws across the diamond, and they'll retire Rochelle. Good job there by the Patriots. And Blaze Ward. Ward reached on an error by the first baseman, stole the base. And he goes golfing on this one, right at the second baseman. Should be an easy play. Knuckleballs at the first. Hampton records the out. 2 away here quickly in the third. So Gillespie will step in. Gillespie singled, stole a base, but was stranded in the first. So he's 1 for 1 in this one. Hughes first one's a little up. Ball 1-0. One's out. No, looked outside. They're going to give him the strike. Gillespie hitting .387 on the season. And he hits that ball in the gap. That's trouble. It's curling back to the right fielder. He kind of knocked it to himself with his right hand. A good play, actually, by the right fielder, because if he doesn't tip that, that's easily going to get to the fence and be an easy double for Gillespie. Instead, Gillespie's held to a 2-out single. Compton's going to come out and run for him as a courtesy runner. And now Peyton Lee with an opportunity to get some things back here. 2 outs and a runner on. That ball hit right back between the legs of the umpire. Hampton makes a nice play, comes up with it between his legs, and safe at first. Close play, but a nice job by Hampton. He was safe at first. It was a heck of a play by Hampton just to control it between the legs, especially with the way that play went. That ball went right between the legs of the umpire. So now Hamilton steps in. He's singled, and now quickly back is Compton. Hughes was trying to get him. Hamilton 1 for 1. Singled, still second on a pass ball, and was able to get to third as well on a pass ball. Now Hughes will bring it. That ball tipped to the left side and under the glove, but on the foul side of third base. Smith trying to make a good play there. But Hamilton now starts this at bat down 0-1. Hornets need a little 2-out rally here. Trailing this one 5-2. But they've done it to themselves. Errors have been a problem here early in this one for the Hornets, especially in the second. 4 runs allowed, 3 unearned. Chased Peyton Lee early. Now Compton got to get back quickly as Hughes tried to pick him. Compton gets back. Hampton and Compton play in the game at second. Hughes will bring it to the plate, and Hamilton swings right through it for strike 2. Hamilton a little frustrated with himself after that one, got to recalibrate. That one's hit hard to center field. That's going to get down as it tails away from the center fielder. Compton's going to score from second. Lee slides into third safely. And now Hamilton will cruise into second after the throw to third. And a 2-out double for Hamilton makes it 5-3. So Maceres will step in. He reached on a fielder's choice and scored back in the second. First one, Maceres is down and in. Base hit can tie it here. Hamilton at second. Lee at third. Saris, 1-0 is up and out, 2-0. Saris swings through that offering, 2-1. Andrews on deck. If Maceres can reach. That one's up and away, 3-1. Hughes has pitched well. Ball forward to Maceres, and Maceres walks. That'll load the bases for Tag Andrews. So Andrews comes in, hitting .375, as now Parkview wants to talk about things a little bit. Give me a minute to talk about an honor and say congratulations to our ACT 30-plus clubs. We had, 8 Maumelle students score 30 or above on the ACT. Thomas Naylor, John Brookhagen, Eva Casto, Catherine Nelson, Eden Hamlin, Justin Ouellette, Geneva Milliken, and Ariana Team, all with a 30 or more on the ACT. So some congratulations to them. Andrews awaits and looks at ball one, so 1-0. In all, PCSSD had over 30 students between Maumelle, Robinson, and Sylvan Hills score over a 30 on the ACT. I know Andrews chases that one. He'll foul that one off to the right side. 1-1. Big spot here for Tag Andrews. Just a sophomore. So what we're going to do on the mound in game one. On a perfect game. Foul tips that one. Silva dropped it. I think he hurt his hand. That's one of those catches you right in the soft spot of that catcher's mitt. That doesn't feel good. You're going to need a minute to handle that. That was tough. I couldn't tell. Maybe he caught the backswing. Couldn't tell for sure. He's going to have a conversation with Coach here. Well, we'll look at the hand. It may have, I missed it. It may have actually got him on the backswing. Now they're taking a look at Silva's hand here, make sure he can still grip the mitt. Silva in a good amount of pain out there. He's able to squeeze, though. Let's see what the decision is here. It looked harmless enough. He's going to stick it out, so Silva going to stay in there and battle. That's a catcher for you. Tough. Our umpire giving Silva plenty of time to recover. Surprised he didn't give him a pitch or two here just to give him a chance. But tag way back in that box may happen again. So Andrews awaits the 1-2. That's low for ball two, 2-2. Good eye by Andrews. Parkview contingent wanted the strike. It was low. 2-2 now. 2 away. And Andrews hits it. Shortstop sucks it up. Now looks, has to go across the diamond. Andrews beats it out easily. Brown was a little unsure of where he wanted to go with that one. And the hesitation allows Andrews to reach. As Peyton Lee scores. The 2-out rally continues with Tanner Kinley. And Kinley hits that ball to center field. Center fielder going back. He's under it. Camps out, makes the catch, and that'll do it. But the Hornets get 2 here in the third. And after 2.5, Parkview leads it 5-4. right, welcome back, Hornet fans, as we are set for the bottom half of the third inning in a 5-4 ball game. Hornets 2-out rally there in the third, got them within one, 5-4, and we have had a pitching change, and now I'm not sure what the conversation. Our Parkview head coach was having a conversation with I think there's a question about the book. As pitching now for the Hornets is Blaze Ward. Eubank has gone to third. I think that was the question. I think maybe they just wanted to verify the change and make sure Hampton's batting. It is Hampton as Spears struck out to end the second. Hampton flew out to the shortstop in the second. He's 0 for 1 on the day. So Hampton looks at strike one from Ward. And chases one up for strike two. Blaze Ward comes out pumping gas into the zone here in the third. The Hornets need a calm inning. 1 run in the first, 4 in the second. Calm things down here in the third. That one gets away from Ward a little bit high, 1-2. Good pitch. And, they called him. They said he swung. That's a tough call on Hampton, and it wasn't even close to a swing. That's a break for the Hornets. Parkview's head coach is rightfully frustrated by the call, and that's a tough one by our umpire there. Either way, strikeout for Ward as Hampton is retired for the first out of the third, and Hornets get a little bit of a gift there. And Parkview's coach is still chirping down the third base line. Again, rightfully so. I didn't think he was even close to swinging. Keith will step in. He walked and scored a run in the second. And again, this Parkview team likes to bluff that bunt, but they never bring it across. They just seem to take 2 strikes and put themselves on a bad count. See if Keith can do something with it. That one skips into the leg of our umpire for ball 1-1-1. That one up and away, 2-1. Strike 2 called on the outside corner, 2-2 to Keith. Keith will step back in there, count even at 2-2, 1 away. Keith late on that fastball for strike 3, second out of the inning. Back-to-back strikeouts here in the third for Blaze Ward. So Mosley will step in. Mosley doubled, driving in Keith. He scored later. The error, Smith reached on. And Mosley pops this one out of play. And baseball made its way down into the ditch. Say goodbye to that one. Good pitch, a little up and out by Ward. Didn't miss by much, 1-1. That one's up and out, 2-1. A little low there, 3-1. Ward needs to recalibrate out there on the mound. Find his spot here. 3-1 on the way. Let's hit to the right side. Should be an easy play for the second baseman. Kinley sucks it up, goes to first, and that'll do it for the third inning. Perfect inning for the Hornets this time. We'll head to the fourth. Hornets trail it 5-4. Welcome back to Hornet Baseball and Natural State Sports as we get set for the top half of the fourth inning. Hornets will send the top of the order to bat with Timmons, Rochelle, and Ward to face Hughes, who's out there for his fourth inning of work. Hughes has thrown well for the Patriots in this one. Hughes steps up onto the mound. He's ready to go. Quickly working here. And Timmons fouls that one back up off the net for strike one. And we're going to have competing growls from each dugout. As Hughes misses. Ball 1-1-1. That one low. 2-1. Parkview fans are letting them know that he went. And I'll tell you, that's about as much swing as that Parkview batter had in the last inning. They've got to complain. They're going to give this umpire some grief here. That one's outside, ball 3-1. So Hughes maybe laboring a little bit here as he's out for his fourth inning of work. And low, ball 4 as Timmons earns the leadoff walk. That'll bring Brendan Rochelle to the plate. So Rochelle steps in. Grounded to short his last at bat. Back in the third. He led off the third. He was showing bunt, pulls it back. But Rochelle led off the third with a ground out to the shortstop. It's part of a inning where we first two batters got out and then a little two-out rally got us a couple runs. Now we'll see if we can get a couple more and get the lead here. Leadoff man in Timmons is at first. We'll check on him. Timmons got picked off over there earlier, so let's see if he's got a better eye on the move of Hughes. Lefties can be tricky. And now quick throw, a little snap throw over there, and Timmons is back. Now Hughes comes set. Tries to go quickly this time. And Rochelle fouled that one off. So 1-1. And now Hughes will check on Timmons again. He's back. Rochelle may have helped him out a little bit there. That ball was low. Count 1-2. Hughes will bring the 1-2. Instead, he wants to step off. Maybe in his own head a little bit, getting that pick off of Timmons earlier. See if he checks on him. Timmons got a good lead. Not going. Fouls that one off. Count still 1-2. Timmons is getting a good lead over there now. He's got to see if Hughes goes. He will not. That one right back at him. Hughes makes the play, goes to second with it. A little wide. Nice play by Hampton. They'll only get the runner at second. So Timmons will be cut down at second. Good play there by Hughes. Timmons is retired on the play. Now Blaze Ward will step in. Ward grounded out to the second baseman. First pitch a little low. Ball 1-1-0. See how aggressive they are with Rochelle down at first. Hughes comes to the plate, and that got away from him. That one hit Ward. Ward will head to first. The runners at first and second. Here with one away in the fourth. It's just a breaking ball that slipped right out of the hand, so Gillespie will step in. So Ward, the pitcher, will get a courtesy runner. I'm going to see who this is. That is going to be number 4, Chase Tucker, in to run. So Tucker at first now. Courtesy running for Ward, the pitcher. Rochelle at second. Gillespie at the plate. That ball's hit hard right over the shortstop. That's going to score Rochelle as he rounds. That got past the left fielder, going to go all the way to the fence. Now rounding is Tucker. Tucker touches third. He's headed to the plate. Throws on its way. Hits the cutoff man. Tucker dives in head first to the plate. And the Hornets score 2, take the lead back 6-5 on the double by Hank Gillespie. Now Peyton Lee will step in. Singled and scored a run in the third. That one's in the dirt. Nice stop by Silva. Compton has come in to run. The catcher Gillespie. So Compton, the courtesy runner, now lead. High chopper to the shortstop. Brown fields it, throws across, got him at first. Compton will advance to third. So Hamilton will bat. Hamilton 2 for 2, a single and a double and an RBI. A couple of free bases as well. Now Hamilton chases one a little up in the zone, fouls it off for strike one. That one in the dirt. Silva, another good block though. With Compton at third, it's important here as Hornets have regained the lead at 6-5. If you're Parkview, you definitely don't want that run to score. Hamilton waiting. That one's away outside. Ball 2-1. Well, that ball's hit hard. That's going to tail into the gap. That'll score Compton. Hamilton rounding first. He's going to truck it, try for second. Throws on its way. It beats him, but it gets away from the second, from the shortstop. Brown, who was covering second. Hamilton cruises in with a double. I guess single in an error as Hamilton, I think, ran through a stop sign at first base and he got lucky. So Hamilton will come out. Parker Gamble will run for him. Maceres now will bat. Hornets lead 7-5. Maceres walked, reached on a fielder's choice in the second. Maceres watches the first one for strike one. That ball's hit hard by Maceres. That one tailing into the gap. That ball's going back into the pea gravel off the fence. Maceres rounds second. He may try for third. He is. Maceres hustling in, looking for third. He's going to get there with a stand-up triple for Ryan Maceres. A great piece of hitting there by Ryan Maceres. The Hornets up 8-5. 4 runs in here, 2 away. Here in the fourth as Andrews bats. Andrews 2 for 2 with 2 singles. Make it 3 for 3 with 3 singles. Saris will score, and it's 9-5 Hornets. And that may be it for Hughes. The fourth inning may have been one too many for DJ Hughes. Let's see what Parkview decides to do here. Long discussion at the mound. See if Hughes is left in there to try to get this final out of the fourth. Hughes had pitched well, really. I mean, it's been a game with a lot of mistakes. 5 errors by Parkview in this ballgame so far. But Hughes has pitched well. He's just been hit hard here in the fourth. Hornets finally maybe found the timing. So Andrews will hustle back over to first. Tanner Kinley will step in. Kinley is 0 for 2. Did reach on a fielder's choice in the second. That ball hit to the right side. Could be trouble if it stays fair. It is going to go foul, though. It was close. Didn't miss it by much. So Kinley steps back in. 0-1 here as Hughes stayed in the game. And now again, right side. That ball's tailing away. It's going to get down for Kinley. Kinley going to round first. Right fielder makes a good play to cut it off. That'll hold Kinley to a single as Andrews goes to third on the single by Kinley. Now back to the top of the order with Timmons. Timmons started this inning with a walk. The Hornets sent 9 to the plate again. They are destined to continue to ruin my score sheet tonight. Now Timmons watches the first one for strike 1. That one bounces in the dirt. Kinley will go to second without a throw. 1-1 the count on Timmons. Boy, ball had some smoke on it. It hit that garage door. There's a little garage door right outside the third base dugout. Smacked into that garage door. 1-2. Timmons is 0 for 2. Grounded to the second baseman. Reached on an error in the second. Was picked off. And this one, slow roller, going to get through. And shortstop makes the play, but can't do anything with it. In essence, he just saved a second run from scoring as that ball was in a perfect place by Timmons. Andrews scores. And it's 10-5. Now Rochelle will bat. Rochelle hit into a fielder's choice, 1-4, but then scored earlier in this inning. He was the first run to score of the inning. The Hornets have put up 6 on the board so far. That pitch nearly got away from Silva. Silva did a good job to catch that ball. 1-0. Few seconds on its way. It's a little high and outside, 2-0. So Timmons at first, Kinley at third. 2 away here. In the fourth, the Hornets have put 6 runs on the board. Look out. So Rochelle, 2-1 on its way. And strike 2 as he swings through that one. Timmons takes second without a throw. So now runners at second and third with 2 away. 2-2 pitch on the way. Rochelle hangs in there as he fouls that one out behind the press box, or the stands. No real press box here, just a big set of stands. Thankfully, they've moved all those school buses. Still one, and somebody in Suburban's brave down the right field line, too. That one's going to be hit at Hampton at second. Hampton scoops it up, but he bobbled it, dropped it, now throws it late. Throws it past the first baseman. That's going to allow Timmons to score. So Kinley and Timmons score on a play that should have ended the inning. And instead, the sixth error of the game will allow 2 more runs to score for the Hornets. So now Ward found that one off himself. He was way out in front of that. Ward's had a rough fourth inning. He batted third to start the inning, got hit by a pitch, and now he fouls that one off of him. That's a tough one for Ward. And now our umpire is going to give Blaze an opportunity to kind of shake it off while he goes out and checks on the baseball, make sure the baseball's good. But Ward still shaking that one off here at the plate. I think he's fine. It's one of those that will leave a bruise later. That pad didn't help any. So 12-5 is our score here. Hornets have played at 8 here in the fourth. Blaze Ward, one of them, as he was hit by a pitch and scored earlier in the inning. That one's outside. No. They're going to say strike 2 as an umpire may be ready to get through some innings here. So should be 0-2. That one way inside. Rochelle will go to second on the wild pitch. Count should be 1-2, and it is. So 1-2 is your count as Ward steps back in there. Rochelle now at second. And Ward way out in front of that one as he fouls it down the right side. Still 1-2. And again, right back down the right side. And the guy in the dugout that's chasing baseballs down there was about 3/4 of the way back to the dugout when he realized that one was coming at him. And turned around and chased it again. Getting a workout. Now his throw bounced back at him. He's having some struggles down that right field line right now. All right, Ward steps back in. 1-2 is the count as Hughes is struggling to get out of the fourth. Hughes has gone the whole way. And one bounces, gets past Silva. Rochelle will easily go to third. And honestly, if Rochelle was really wanting to there, he may have been able to score. Hughes was in no hurry to come to the plate. Silva was in no hurry to retrieve the ball. And now the count is 2-2 to Ward. No, Ward chased one. That's going to get right here at us. Look out, Will. And that one will find its way harmlessly to the ground. A 2-2 count as Ward helped the pitcher out with that one. That was up. Would have been ball 3. So instead, 2-2, 2 outs here. And now he hits that ball opposite way, left field. Left fielder going back to the track and makes the catch on a hop, and that'll do it for the fourth inning. But after 3.5, Hornets score 8 here in the fourth, and the Hornets have taken the lead 12-5 as we head to the bottom of the fourth here on Hornet Baseball and Natural State Sports. ready for the bottom of the fourth inning here from the campus of Mills High School, as we've had to become par for the course for Hornet athletics over the last 12 months. We are playing wherever they tell us to play because sometimes home field advantage means nothing. So Ward comes out, another inning of work here. He faces Bumpers, who fouls it towards the dugout. Nice play over there in the dugout. What a play there by Brennan Rochelle to get over and make the play for out number one. I think the conversation, the umpires are going to get together. I think the conversation was he actually in the dugout when he made the catch? I mean, I don't know what the rule would be here because the dugout is open. But he was definitely on the paved side. They are going to stay with the call of an out. That's just a tough call because obviously if there's a rail there, he's going to have to lean over it. Instead, he was able to go all the way. Both dugouts have a garage door, I guess, for storage on the ends. And he was basically right up against that wall garage door area. So that was the question, was he in play to make the catch? So back to the top of the order goes Parkview. And another one. It's going to be another play, same thing, same area. Rochelle hustling to the rail, and he makes the catch. Great job by Brennan Rochelle again. The concentration to work the railing, and this time, no question, he was outside the railing when he made that catch for out number two. Two great plays by Brennan Rochelle here in the bottom of the fourth. I think I hear Will behind me saying we didn't actually get him on camera, but described him well enough for you. I feel like I'm half baseball, half a radio broadcast today. Once we can finally get on a home field, it's going to be great. We can actually get all of our camera angles in one spot and know exactly where everything's coming from. A little tough when we're bouncing between different spots and different setups. So we just appreciate you guys joining us and watching us, and hopefully I'm bringing the action to you in a pleasurable way. Brown awaits the 2-0, and again, Rochelle's going to get another opportunity. Rochelle looking, finds the dugout, and he makes the catch. Brennan Rochelle. It was the all Brennan Rochelle inning as he wanted to hang out in the Parkview dugout for that one. He could have just stood there. Great job by Rochelle. Parkview goes in order, and after 4, the Hornets lead this one 12-5. right, Hornet fans, welcome back as we are setting ready for the top half of the 5th inning here from Mills High School. And appreciate PCSSD and Mills High School letting us borrow the facilities for an evening as Hornets lead this one 12-5. Silva finishes off the throw down to second. New pitcher in the game is Mosley. The lefty will come in for Parkview to try to slam the door on the Hornets here and get an opportunity to chip away in the bottom half. Hornets would love to get 3 and then shut things down in the bottom half of the 5th. So leading things off will be Hank Gillespie. Gillespie's had a good game. He's 3 for 3, 2 singles, a double, 2 RBIs, 2 runs scored, and a stolen base. Mosley's first one hit him in the leg. The leadoff hit by pitch for Gillespie. Compton will be the courtesy runner. So he'll hustle out there. Now Peyton Lee will step in. If you're at the ballpark, you probably maybe have figured out who the phone call he got from earlier was, but I can't tell you. But congratulations to Lee on his Oklahoma offer. This is a young man that's going to get a lot of interest over his next 3 years here at Maumelle High School, just a freshman. That one's up and away to Lee, 2-0. That one behind Lee. Somehow didn't hit him as Compton gets down to second on the wild pitch. It's a 3-0 count here. And Mosley misses on 4 straight. So Lee, you'll head down to first. On the walk, and Mosley has not fared too well in his first 2 batters here in the 5th. Hit by pitch on Gillespie, a walk to Lee. Now Hamilton bats. Hamilton is 3 for 3, single and a couple of doubles. And he chases the first pitch he sees for strike 1. Hamilton's also got 2 RBIs and a run scored. Hamilton awaits the 0-1. Mosley checking on Compton. Compton defiantly decides to step off a few more feet. And Hamilton, that ball's going to go foul. That was smoked, but foul. Now 0-2 here to Hamilton. And Kevin Hamilton 3 for 3 on the evening. He's had a good night. Single in his first appearance in the 2nd, a double in the 3rd, a double in the 4th. Now he bats in the 5th. Compton jumping around. Mosley hits him. So now bases loaded as Hamilton walks on the hit by pitch. We'll see if Parkview's coach wants to have a conversation. And he is. He's going to call time as his pitcher Mosley has struggled. His first 3 hitters he has faced. A hit by pitch, a walk, another hit by pitch. Tucker, I believe, is going to come out and run for Hamilton. That's what it looks like. And we'll see if they stick with Mosley, who has not been able to find the zone. Only 2 strikes recorded. The chase by Hamilton and then the foul by Hamilton. But that last curveball never had a chance. So they'll stick with Mosley. Words of encouragement from his head coach. So Tucker will run at first for Hamilton. Lee's at second. Compton, who ran for Gillespie, is at third. And Maceras bats. Maceras, fielder's choice in the second, scored a run, walked in the third, tripled in the first. Now this ball's hit high to right. Right fielder struggling to find it. That's down. Maceras has to slow down at first because everybody had stopped. Maceras will wait there. 2 runs are going to score as Lee scores easily. Compton scored ahead of him. So 2 runs score on the single by Maceras. Now ball bounces around a few times, but now we'll calm everything down. And runners at the corners with nobody out for the Hornets here in the 5th. Now substitution as Maceras will exit. And Grayson Johnston will run for him, and I believe that is a substitution. Maceras' evening, I believe, is over. I think that's what I heard, is Johnston will enter the game for him. So Tag Andrews steps in. Andrews is 3 for 3 with 3 singles, 2 RBIs. And Andrews thought about pulling the trigger on that one. Watches strike 1, 0-1. Still nobody out here in the 5th. I went inside, ball 1. As Johnston hustles down to second without a throw. So now second and third with nobody out. 0-1 on its way to Andrews. Up and away for ball 1, 1-1. It's been a ball game until the 4th. Hornets scored 8 in the 4th to take a lead. Now trying to add to it. Got 2 already here in the 5th, and maybe a little bit of a gift call from our umpire. Looked a little low. It's close. 1-2 now the count on Andrews. That one behind Andrews. He's got to get out of the way. There's going to be a play at the plate. Silva tosses it. And Tucker scores, and now the ball gets past the pitcher. Trying to score, and he will. Is Johnston. So Johnston, Tucker both score. That'll make it 16-5. Now Andrews awaits it. The 2-2 on its way. Fouls it straight back. Two and 2. So the bases have cleared now. Nobody out still. Andrews hit that ball hard to the left side. That's going to get out to the left fielder. He'll pick it up in the 4th single of the evening for Tag Andrews. So now Tanner Kinley will hit. Still nobody out here in the top of the 5th. 16-5 your score. Hornets put it on him here in the last 2 innings. Mosley. That one gets away from him. And Andrews will head down to second. You can tell you get to a point in a game where it's almost looking like it's going to become out of reach. Andrews didn't look like he even wanted to go to second. He looked across just to make sure he was going to be allowed to go to second on the pass ball. Now Kinley awaits the 1-0. That one, nice catch by Silva. Silva getting a workout back there. He's taking a beating in this game. Now 2-0. Parkview really came out hot. First 2 innings, they led this thing 5-2 after 2. It's been all Hornets since then. Going up and in to Kinley. Ball 3. And strike 1. Called by our umpire there is Kinley taking all the way. That one's ball 4 as that one's up and away to Kinley. So Kinley walks. Fourth free bag for the Hornets here in this inning. 2 walks, 2 hit by pitch as Timmons steps in. Timmons walked and singled back in the 4th, scored a run. And he fouls this one off the netting for strike 1. Almost going to get to that point where the Hornets may just start swinging at about everything. You don't want to get yourself into a bad groove, though, by playing down here in the game you've got in hand. See how they play it out here. Timmons awaits the 0-1. Outside ball 2, or ball 1, 1-1. Stopped by Silva. That keeps Kinley at first. (16-5) is your score. Timmons awaits the 1-1. He hits this one to the third baseman. Could be 2. Scooped up by the third baseman across the diamond. Timmons beats it out. He gets past the first baseman. Timmons going to head for second. He'll get there standing up. Rounding is Kinley. He'll hold at third. So good play, though, by the third baseman. Smith got the out at third. He wouldn't have had time to get the runner first. The error will allow the runners to advance an extra base, though. And that ball smoked right over the third baseman. Good try there, leaping try for Smith. Kinley scores. Timmons rounds third. He's headed for home. He'll score. 2 more in for the Hornets as Rochelle cruises into second base. So now Ward steps in. Ward, first one's inside. No. Umpire. I think the umpire's about as ready as everybody else is to get out of here. That ball's way inside. Silva had to dive for it. It'll be called strike 1. I think at this point, if it's anywhere near the plate, that's exactly why Ward is chasing there, because anything that's even remotely close is going to probably be called a strike. And, you know, one thing about that, though, is it can take a team out of its rhythm. This is a Parkview team, obviously not in contention for anything. And you don't want anybody hurt or play too many innings. Oh, boy, and that one hits him. Mosley has thrown about 6 pitches behind hitters in this inning as Ward gets hit by a pitch for the second time in a row. Remember, in the 4th, he was hit by a pitch, then fouled a pitch off his leg. Now Parkview is going to make a pitching change here as Mosley's not going to get out of the 5th. So Mosley retires 1 here in the 5th, gives up 6 runs. He's still responsible for the runners at first and second. It looks like that is. I have to go digging through the roster here. That is, I believe that's Stone again, who pitched in game 1, and it is. So Stone comes back into pitch, coming in from right field. He was able to get across a few strikes in the last game to get that game over with. So Gillespie will be your hitter. Gillespie led this inning off with a hit by pitch and scored a run. On the day, he is 3 for 3 with 2 singles and a double and a hit by pitch, 2 RBIs, 3 runs scored, and a stolen base. Not a bad evening for your catcher. At this point, if you're Parkview, you just want to get strikes across the plate, let your defense work, and get these last couple of outs out of this inning, and then see what you can do in the bottom half of the fifth. Stone's got a few pitches with some movement to him. He seems to get that curve or slider. Hard to see from here what exactly that is, but it does a good job of getting it over for sure. If you're Gillespie, you just kind of want to sit back and wait on that one because it seems to be his best pitch. So Gillespie, first pitch in the dirt. It gets away from Silva. Both runners will move up. So 1-0 now is Gillespie. Gillespie back in there, 1-0. That ball slipped out of the hand of Stone, I believe. 2-0. So runners at second and third. Rochelle at second. Rochelle at third. That was a generous strike there. Now Gillespie, see him loading up on that one. It's kind of what you got to do against a guy that kind of floats this pitch in there. Plus, you know what's happening. You know the umpire. If it's anywhere remotely close to the plate, he's calling a strike. This game at 18-5. That time Gillespie set back on that one and skies it. Center fielder goes back, now comes in. He'll make the catch. Rochelle will tag at third. He'll score, as that one's going to be, he'll make it all the way to the catcher. Rochelle scores the 19th run of the game. And now batting for Lee. He is number 23, who I do not believe I have on my roster. I think I got a better roster over here. I don't. First pitch is strike. So, not sure who this is hitting. I don't have him on any of my stuff. That one fouled off the net for strike 2. 0-2 now. Oh-2 on the way, and that got him another hit by pitch. Now Dylan Wilson will bat. Wilson actually started this game in center. That first pitch is going to be called a strike. And again, you're not going to get the benefit of anything right now if you're Wilson. That one popped up right side. Let's see if their first baseman can pull the same Rochelle trick. He didn't have a chance as it gets out of play. That'll take the count to 0-2. The Hornets emptying the bench. Got some activity going down the line here, probably. See who we're going to bring in to pitch to finish this thing off. Wilson waits the 0-2. He hit that ball hard. Center field going back to the wall and off the wall as the center fielder stumbled in that pea gravel. That'll score one as the throw comes in. Now they hesitate. Now they're going to try to score the second run. And in and safe for the Hornets is number 23, and that'll score two more to make it 21-5. A good pitch there is Johnston bats here in Maceres' spot. He was the one that came in for Maceres earlier. Pinch ran for him. That ball's hit hard. Left field, going back as a left fielder. At the track, he's under it, and he'll make the catch. Allowed out to end the fifth for the Hornets. But 9 runs across for the Hornets in the fifth. That'll do it. After 4.5, we'll head to the bottom of the fifth. The Hornets leading this one 21-5. All right, welcome back, folks, to Hornet Baseball here on Natural State Sports and Maumelle Sports Network. As we should be entering our final inning of play here. Hornets leading this one 21-5 as we head to the bottom half of the fifth. For Parkview, leading things off will be Silva. Silva is officially 0 for 1. He reached on an error in the first, a hit by pitch in the second. That one fouled out of play. I believe that's still Blaze Ward out on the mound. Going to finish things up. Strike two called, 0-2. Another freshman out there doing big things for this Hornet baseball team. That one didn't miss by much. 1-2. And Silva hits this one. Timmons comes in at short. He's going to go across and make the play. Retire Silva. Now Hughes will step in. Hughes started this game off at pitcher. Give him credit. Through 3, he was locked in. Hornets only had 4 runs. So that 4th inning was trouble for Hughes. Take strike 1, 1-1 with 1 away here. That one bounces in for ball 2, 2-1. So I hope you guys have enjoyed the broadcast. We're still working on our camera angles, being away from, being at a ballpark we've never set up at. We did our best to make sure we got you the best angles we could get you. So again, hope you guys have enjoyed our broadcast this evening. 2-2 pitch on its way from Ward. That one's up and away for ball 3. Full count to Hughes. Hughes going to try to work a 1-out walk here. Ward trying to avoid it. 3-2 in the dirt. Ball 4. So Hughes walks. And the start of the 16-run Parkview rally starts. Just kidding, Will. And Spear going to pop this one up out of play. That's well out of play. Strike one. We don't want that baseball back. It's going to have a divot. Ward gets the sign. 0-1 on its way. Strike two. Spear got some time on the mound in game one. He chases that one, trying to hang in there. He does. 0-2. So fouls that one off the net. I'll tell you, this Hornet baseball team's got some guys on the mound with some velocity behind them. And Ward, what a pitch. Spear does a good job just to hang around. As Gillespie makes a valiant effort at it, couldn't get to it. So Spear hangs at 0-2 here. Hughes at first. Hornets lead this one 21-5, 21 runs on just 11 hits. A good pitch there, not called a strike three. That's tough there. Not sure where that one missed for Ward. 1-2. That one sits back on it. That's going to get into the gap. Timmons makes a nice play, though. Across the diamond, and what a play by Alan Timmons. I thought that ball was going to get in between him and third for sure. Went deep in the hole to make that play, and a strong throw. Throws out Spear. Hampton will bat. Two away here as Hampton steps in. First one from Ward is right down the middle for strike one. If you're Hampton, quick hands here, trying to keep your inning alive. That one's low and outside. Ball 1-1-1. One, a little outside for ball two. Gillespie did a good job to try to frame that one. That may have been outside. In the top half of this inning, that was a strike. Bottom half, I get it, trying to give Parkview maybe an opportunity, but well, they're stringing a lot together to have an opportunity. I don't understand it. As Hampton hangs in there on that foul ball. Count 2-2, 2 outs. Ward, the 2-2 on its way. A strike three called on the curveball. What a pitch to end it as Ward buckles the knees of Hampton, and that'll do it. Hornets complete the sweep of Parkview here tonight at the home of the Mills Comets as the Hornets win game two, 21-5, 21 runs on 11 hits, 2 errors for the Hornets. Parkview, 5 runs on just 2 hits, 6 errors in this one as Hayden Lee struggled early, but the Hornets battled with the bat starting there in the 4th inning. So a great job by the Hornets to get a victory and get the sweep over the Parkview Patriots and now turn their attention to state tournament play as they will await either Van Buren or Greenbrier in the first round of the state tournament. So that'll be held down in Hot Springs. We'll do our best to get you as much coverage from that, keep you updated as to how those games go. But appreciate everybody joining us this spring season. I know we didn't get as many games in as we wanted to. Hope everything went well with the soccer matches tonight as soccer had an opportunity to still up potentially a 1 or 2 seed with some things going their way. That's a squad that's playing well as they get ready to head into state tournament play as well. And so looking forward to that, as well as the softball team. So a lot of success out of spring sports. And we appreciate everybody joining us this year. Remember, you guys give us a shout if we can help you out with any advertising. We've got a lot of opportunities coming up as we'll be back in the fall for Hornet football season as well as in the winter for basketball season. Looking forward to that one. We appreciate everybody joining us. I want to say thanks to all of our sponsors that have been with us here throughout the year. Big thanks to the Medicine Shop in North Little Rock for sponsoring our softball games this year. We appreciate the love and support from the Medicine Shop, and we look forward to being with you guys right back here on the air on Maumelle Sports Network next fall. Again, stay tuned. If you don't follow us on Facebook, make sure you are following us on the Maumelle Sports Network Facebook page. We'll have some updates out about the rest of spring. I know spring practice really just now getting underway for football and some excitement going on with Coach Moppin and his squad. Oh, another big piece Grover Garrison hired as the girls' head basketball coach. So congratulations to Coach Garrison, who makes his way over from Sylvan Hills High School as the new girls' varsity basketball coach. So looking forward to that as well. Congratulations on that hire for the Hornets. So, again, big sweep of the Parkview Patriots here tonight on the campus of Mills High School. We appreciate everybody joining us. That's going to do it for us here at Natural State Sports and Maumelle Sports Network. I want to say thanks to my buddy Matt. Great job, as I believe this will probably be his last broadcast with us as he's moving on to the great disappointing state of Texas. So good luck to you as you make your move a little further south, closer to the Gulf. And Will, as always, great job on production, a great job here tonight on short notice to get over here to West Little Rock or Southwest Little Rock or whatever you want to call this area and get a good broadcast in tonight. So, again, thanks to everybody for joining us here from Natural State Sports. This is Steve Henson. Go Hornets.